DR fam, hope everybody's doing well. Everybody had a great Thursday. Didn't do a recap yesterday because there was no trade yesterday, so nothing, no DR trades anyway. So no need to do a recap on that one. So let's talk about today though, because there were plenty of DR trades today, which made today a little bit of fun. And so, first off, remember, you don't have to trade every day. Don't force it. Follow your rules, right? Follow the plan, right? So let's look at higher time frame. Look at the daily, and notice a couple of things, right? So this is tonight. This is Asian, so let's not worry about that one yet. But if you look at what happened, we talked about this on Tuesday, of wondering where this Wednesday candle was going to end up. Okay, because we said it was going to form this bullish fair value gap, right? And it just depends on how deep that candle went. So if the candle went down here, oops, sorry. If the candle was down here, we'd have a much smaller gap to fill versus, being up here. So if we notice what happened, we had a pretty much a day, a flat day, honestly, at the end of it. I mean, we made a move higher and then we came back down and ended up closing literally where we closed on Tuesday. So we had a pretty big gap, fair value gap, bullish. Okay, and then notice what happened today. We actually came down into that gap and reversed off of it and went bullish. All right, that's how you kind of read those candles and kind of what you expect to happen. Now, what we don't know, what we didn't know, was how far down this would go or how many days it would take, right? It could have been like this candle could have ended up here today, and then tomorrow we come down here and then go back up. But the whole premise of this whole thing is that when you have fair value gaps, especially on the higher time frames, they tend to be really good support resistance, and kind of allow you to kind of see where price wants to go to turn around. Okay, I mean, we saw it, last week here when price, we had a fair value gap, price went up, came back down into it, and then shot off of it, right? And so you can see the kind of the same thing here. Price went up, came down into it, and then bounced off of it. Now tomorrow, we may come back into it and go deeper, right? We don't know that yet, but you can watch the price action to see what's going to happen. But the expectation is one or two things going to happen here, right? To me, how I look at it, we're either going to come down back into it and then move up, or this candle is going to start to just move up a little higher, and then maybe next week we come back down and then move up again, right? Because if we continue to move up, what I'm expecting for us is to take out that weekly, one of these weekly or monthly buy side liquidity lines. Okay, it'd be really great if we go all up to 45.97. But again, we can go up to one of those, right? One, we can go two, we can go three, and then come back down, or we can just come down and then go back up. Okay, so it's just a matter of what the price and the market makers decide they want to do, and that's what we'll adjust accordingly. Okay. All right. So let's go. Thank you, honey. Let's go ahead and go down to our normal time frame, which is our 5 minute. All right, and let's see what happened today. I took I don't say 3 trades today. I missed one. I was actually helping one of our members with some concepts around DR, and missed the first trade. I told him maybe he made me lose money today, so he owes me. I'm just kidding. No, so we look at what we had today for DR. First of all, let's look at our range. So 45.12 up to 45.26. So 14-point range. Not our normal, but that's okay. Now, normally we like 16 to 20 plus, but we'll take 14, right? Can't hurt. Okay, so let's look at what we did today. No kind of bias for me on the setup. All right, but if we look what happened, we came down, we confirmed low relatively quickly, and then on the very next candle, this is the trade I missed when I was talking to him. Next candle, that green candle, went all the way back up. Now, not a lot of room between, not a lot of gap between DR and IDR, so You could have put a trade on either one, but you put a trade on IDR, and then we can have this move here, which was I think that was at least 5 points. This was 45.13 on IDR, so this came down to what, 45.10. I'm sorry, yeah, 45.09. So that was close. But you could have held it. Remember your stop loss. You're in on the trade. You're in the trade on that red candle. If I can get my sorry guys, let me get my thing to work again. Okay, here we go. So we're in the trade on this red candle. Okay, you can wait. You could take it off there. Came back up, went back right around the IDR again. So you're back at 0. And don't forget our stop loss is up here. So that's 45.13. Our stop loss at 45.18. So you're not at any risk right now, right? And we come back down and boom, really nice, nice down move there. Okay. So that would have been trade 1. All right. Now, second trade, you may have gotten a little bit stuck here because if you look right, let me make this a little bigger. Okay. Okay. This is where sometimes you got to lose to win, right? And what I mean by that, if you look here, price comes back up above the IDR. So if you put an order here, this red candle is going to pick you up. Okay, that's what it's supposed to do, right? It's going to pick you up because your order's on IDR, pick you up for it to go down. The next candle immediately turns back around, and at this point, you're taking a loss on that trade. Okay, if you're doing it, if you're following the rules, you are taking a loss on that trade. So you're probably back to even, if not, depending on how much you took off of this trade, because that went all the way down to 45.04. So if you held it long enough, that's almost a 10-point trade there. Yeah, because I think we got it in at 45.13. Yeah, so that's 9 points if you maxed it out. So maybe you got 5, maybe you got 8 off of that one, whatever that is. Here you're taking a loss, right? So if you had a 5-point stop, you're getting stopped out. Now here's why I say sometimes you got to lose to win, because what ends up happening next is we go back up and we go above that 0.5 fib, right? That blue line, right? 0.5 fib. Okay, we love the 0.5 fib because that's halfway. That's the halfway mark between the IDR lines. Okay, and so that's a great place for us to take a trade. So real simple. And I did this trade twice today, which was basically price goes above IDR, price goes above 0.5 fib, right? Orders on 0.5 fib, and boom, we take the drop. Okay, so that was a really nice trade. Now the next one, so that was so right now I'm 2-1 basically, right? If I'm counting how I do the trades. And then the next one is this trade. If you got out, let's say here or here, you could have held it and got out here because you had plenty of room. You're way up here now on your stop loss. Now, of course, I'm moving my stop loss down, right? So, I'm in the trade here. My take profit starts at 5, right? And that was 45. Let's say 45.19. So my take profit on that one is 45.14, which is right above IDR. So when I get down here, I'm moving this down to, let's say, 10 points. Okay, so now I'm at 45.13. I'm at 45.08. All right, so I'm down here. Okay, so I don't quite get there on that trade, but I could take that off, right? But while I'm moving my stop loss down, my take profit down, I'm also moving my stop loss down. Once I move the trade down, once I move my take profit down here, I move my stop loss, right? Protect yourself, right? So move my stop loss into profit. We've talked about that before. But again, as you kind of stair step your way down, as price moves down, or you can actually move your stop loss down as well. Okay, so that would have been another trade. The next one you could have taken would have been this one here, right? Price again goes back above IDR, doesn't go back up to the 0.5 fib. There's your trade, right? Next candle takes you up a little higher, but then it comes back down. You're still nowhere close to being stopped out because 45.18 is your stop loss. All right, so that's your other trade. Here's another short trade you could have taken. As far as you may have gotten a lot out of it, but if you're actively managing your trade, you could have said 45.13 down to 45.09. So that's 4 points you could have taken there. If you want to just really follow the rules completely. The last trade I took was this one. We went back above the .5 fib again, and then jumped on there, and then boom, take that trade down for a nice profit. All right. So a lot of opportunities today. If you're able to watch the market and watch the trades. Now, did I do that all day long? No, I don't do that all day. I can't do that all day long. I'm so busy right now. You guys wouldn't believe it. A lot of major projects going on, so I don't have time. All I'm doing is when I get out of a trade, right? Let's say I get out of this trade. Okay, I'm just remarking my lines. Every time I do that, I remark my lines. My alerts come in, tells me look around. Boom, got that one right. Alert there. Alert here. Next one's like an alert here. There's alert here, right? So I'm just resetting my alerts to let me know when price is going in my direction. Now here's a cheat code for you guys a little bit. As you're setting your alerts, once you set your alert, right, you can actually go in and tell it how you want that alert or when you want that alert to really be active. So for instance, I'll give you a quick example, and then I'll get out of here because I don't want to make this too long. Okay, so let's say I'm waiting for price to go above this .5 fib. Okay, what I want alert to do is alert me when price goes, right, it moves up. Okay, at that point, I'm watching the trade. I don't really need to alert me when it goes down. And then I'm turning on every time that happens. So I'm resetting that alert. So it's going to alert me here. It's also going to alert me here without me having to physically reset the alert. Right. So when I say reset the alert, I mean I'm telling it to let me know every time that happens. Okay. All right, hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Because again, the alerts are your friends. Right. So, hey, when you go above that line, okay, let me know. If you go below the line, don't tell me because I'm already looking at that. Okay. When you go back above the line again, let me know. That's all I'm doing. Okay. So hopefully that helps a little bit. But anyway, regardless, that's all for today. Again, we had a really nice day. If you were following the rules, we definitely had one loss we'd have taken, but we definitely made up for that. With these other trades here, right? So 4-1, I'll take that any day, right? 'Cause that's really what that would have been. Okay, and each one of these is at least 5 points. So if I'm counting points that way, if I say I only took 5 points each trade, that's a 15-point day, right? So 20 points minus 5, that's a nice 15-point day. I think we can all live with that if we had to. All right. Anyway, guys. You know what we always say, love on your loved ones, because you never know when you won't be able to do it again. So take advantage of each and every opportunity. I appreciate you guys, and get some comments in the comment section if you have any questions. And otherwise, we will talk to you later. All right, take care.